No.
Okay,
Yeah,
now we're live. All right, welcome back to the 44th, I think it's 4th, MapperCast podcast. And so yeah, our guest Wonder Waffle could not make it. I don't know what happened to him. He was supposed to be a guest today, so instead we're gonna have Alp and Cosmic's neighbor, but Cosmic's neighbor is also not here because reasons. He will join shortly though. So. With all respect, as usual, the list of topics are in the description below, and I'll say no anyway. We have the MapperCast through here, and the links to the channels in the description below. So let's get started. The first topic is to discuss Provolone the Goat series, and then the link to a series also in the description below with the channel. And next, we're gonna have the fan request. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no idea what this is, but it says if you were a leader, I think it says were, not where. I just call it that. If you were a leader of National Bolshevist Russia, which MapperCast member would you gas? And to that person, would you rather Bulgarian gulag in a labor camp or gas them in South Korea? Yeah, I have no idea what the spam question is. I think it was only Bro who suggested that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's a fan winner.
Yeah. So what? All right. Regardless, the next topic is to discuss Gorgia's Alternate Future of Asia series, Mapper Tournament 4, and then we'll pull the wildcard topic off a hat, and they'll be discussing about canceling a mapping series, but revealing the plot. That's probably a plot. And then discussing Equifax's screw up, and then discuss the courage referendum and its effect, and maybe discuss the surge in Catalonia and a free fall. Yeah. And with all that ado, you guys know I'm Void Viper. I'm going to be drawing an ice truck. No, a truck.
Did we introduce ourselves first?
6 series right now while I join the podcast. It's very unprofessional of me, but yes, I'm here for another podcast. It's been a while, so let's get started.
Hey everybody, Cosmic here. It's great to be back. I'm sorry for the delay for the podcast. That happened because my neighbor was supposed to come on as a guest. If you don't remember him, about a year ago, he came into my room while we were doing the show and yelled that I was responsible for B's decline in spatial dominance. I don't know. It was weird.
We have
he was supposed to come on and he decided to go take a shower.
Bees are dying at an alarming rate. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Bees
that's
are
what
dying
he
at an
said.
alarming
Hopefully he'll be back in like 10 minutes and we can get some great stuff down that. And also, I didn't watch the 2 shows that we're supposed to review. I'm sorry, but luckily that'll give me time to make the quiz while they talk about that. So let's get right into it. Let's have a great show.
Invite your friends.
Invite your friends.
All right. Invite your friends to this podcast. I am 99 veteran here, and I'm in this podcast. Yes, invite your friends, please. We need friends.
Hey everybody, it's Mindria here.
Hello everybody, this is Hans Chris /Fake Fascist 67 /Pacificator 64, and today have a great time on the map.
Hello.
Join our nation states.
Hello everybody, I'm Altmapper and also known as the exposer of fake fascists. Anyways, let's have a great show.
Right, hello there, I'm the God of Mapping. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Viper?
yes, this is where my neighbor was supposed to introduce himself.
Try to do it for him.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm fucking gay. I'm stupid. I took a shower. I'm dumb.
No, don't do it.
If he watches this, he will most likely ban his neighbor.
And here, and I am Wonder Waffle.
I guess I'm
in this podcast.
Hey, let's go. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Provolone's Goat series. The series, I think, was Alternate Future of USA. I watched it, and I have a lot of things to say. Well, not a lot of things, actually. So first, okay, I think this doesn't just apply to your series, but I think it applies to all the USA series. The only thing I don't understand about creating a USA series is that the states declare war on each other. Like something happened to the United States.
It's
I don't know. I probably didn't pay attention to the first time, but All I can say is, but other than that, let me just talk about the series in general. So I do like the ending where I was worried for a sec that you were gonna do a classical nuke ending, and I really wanted to see that. How to pronounce it? Bulgarian, Ohio, supposedly. I really want to see them burn. They are insane. So that's just my perspective. The map is pretty classic, and I'd say it's pretty good. Some of the pacing on the text is a bit fast. Like I think I don't remember who. There's like a text that lasted for like a second. Like it doesn't give me enough time to process that one word, even though it's 1 second. At least 2 seconds would be better, in my opinion, or maybe 3 seconds. So just so I can keep up with it, because I did have to go back and play that part to see what it was. That applied to me with my series. But regardless, the map, the war size was pretty good. Yeah, pretty classic. Overall, keep it up, and maybe some criticism would be. Actually, I don't remember criticism. I think the war starts happened a bit too fast. Like the invasion of Canada there, it just like
that was a little fast.
It just happened like a second. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but it's not just for Canada. In a lot of parts, the war happens very fast. So I guess war could. I don't know what the pacing is on the series, but I guess war is doing that fast somehow. But that's just a little. I mean, if that's intentional, then let it be. That's all I can say.
Turn that background noise down.
Me? I'm ripping out wildcard topics right now. So
we're still waiting for your neighbor taking a shower.
Yeah, I know.
Your neighbor has a long shower.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll say a few things. Like I said, I didn't watch a whole show. I did get a chance to skim over the last episode, though, because I usually think a series is best represented by a season finale or a series finale in a lot of ways. So I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I skimmed over the very end of it, and what I can say, I do really like the way you ended it. Nobody really won. It was really, it was interesting. It was different. I liked how Ohio just kind of ended it for everyone, and then just everything broke up into like hundreds of tiny little states. I thought that was interesting. I really liked the line where Texas was like, "Oh, you know, you won't succeed," and Ohio, I can't remember what the name you gave him, but it was Ohio. He was like, "Oh, of course I can't win, but that doesn't mean you blah blah blah." You wrote it a bit more eloquently than I described it. But yeah, I like that. I kind of did a similar thing back when Mapping Whispers was going on, so I enjoyed that. I thought that was good little writing choice. But other than that, I can't really say much because I didn't watch it because I'm irresponsible. All right.
Wait a minute. If you didn't watch it, how did you know about that?
Well, I skimmed over the last episode. I mean, I didn't really watch the whole show, unfortunately.
I'm glad you dodged that cliche.
Should I post our podcast link to the Alternate History Hub Discord?
No.
What are you doing, veteran? Don't do that.
Their audience is not.
Yeah.
Actually, not exactly that, but like some of them are not.
Oh,
unless if you get Emperor Tiger Star here, then yeah.
Oh no, we kind of burned that card.
No.
You have to chat because the sentence kicked the Cosmic.
Is that Cosmic?
If you're doing the wild card topic, put your face on, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm not doing that right now.
Oh.
Well, I'm doing that after we talk about fan request.
Actually, I'm not gonna draw an ice truck. By the way, I'm gonna draw a Humvee.
So should we do the fan request? This is absolutely ridiculous.
We will, Terminus.
If you were leader of National Bolshevist Russia, which MapperCast member would you good like gas?
Yeah. Okay, if you no, there's a lot more to the question. You got to read the whole thing. It's if
and
you
to that person, would you rather Bulgarian gulag in a labor camp them or gas them in a South Korean 1989 concentration camp?
Hey, we know who right.
Well, to be honest, there's only one option for me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be right, and that would have to be Chris. Otherwise, I would be breaking traditions here on the MapperCast. and don't want to break those traditions. And if I would have a gulag them in a labor camp or gas them in a 1989 concentration camp, I know more about the Bulgarian gulags, and I have no idea about the South Korean concentration camp, so I just choose the Bulgarian gulag.
Well. I would obviously choose rat. Yeah, it's straight to the South Korea. Is it South Korea? Is Korea or South Korea? Hold on. What's the question? Yeah, it's the South Korean concentration camp right away. No turning back. That's my answer.
No.
Okay, I guess.
Can't do it.
Wait, I want to hear Cosmic say it.
Okay, if I had to, I'd probably do Lee, because he's been here the least, and I have the least amount of emotional attachment to him.
Can we
So,
even
whatever.
Ghastly? Does he?
What?
He's not even a member anymore.
Oh yeah, he's not a MapperCast member anymore.
He
So
still once was, so technically that counts.
that's a cop out. I don't know if it really. He's a pet. He was at a point. He was. I don't know if it counts.
Doesn't count, Cosmic.
Okay, it's a really stupid comment.
There's me.
Well,
I guess if I had to choose, I would choose Chris.
Is it gonna be me? Is it only gonna be me here?
Definitely Chris.
Why is it everyone?
What the fuck is this?
For bringing failure to Mussolini, of course.
I actually thought that you would choose me because of all the things that I always do during the live streams in the chat.
So disappointed in all of you.
Hey, that picks a Lee.
Hey, if you wanted to lead, you would definitely choose me.
I don't know. Because as criminally autistic as a lot of your beliefs are, you're still Chris. So I don't want to gulag you.
But if you had to choose between us, you would definitely choose me. Admit it.
I don't know.
Admit it.
I said if I had the Chris.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be.
I will use the dentist as a.
I don't know who it would be.
The dentist, of course.
Oh, I feel a better idea.
At least Rat, Batron, and who's the other? Albert had the balls to say it. Come on.
I would send killer clowns after you, Chris.
I managed to contact Mope last night.
Whoa.
Yep.
All right, let's do the Mapper tournament.
All right. Anyone watched it?
Kinda.
Yes, I did.
All right.
So
What
yeah,
do you
who's
think,
going
Rat?
to start?
I think you should, Rat.
Here, this is an important question. Guys, look at the Hangout chat. I need to ask you something for the quiz.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyways, Concordia, the
Really?
visuals were, in my opinion, were good. They in the last episode they were even better because you added like slightly added a slight hero of the physical map onto the normal map. Story-wise, I must say it was also good, like with the plot, with the two or if I think about even 3 revolutions, like the revolution that Taekaido wants to start, the one that Malaysia wants to start, and that the Saudis want to start, is interesting. Though I also think that Taekaido is slowly moving into this National branch of characters, which I personally do not like that much. But other than that, I think it was a good series, and it's very understandable why you won the Mapper tournament.
Okay, so my turn, I guess. So I'm eating chips. Anyways,
You always eat on podcast.
it's just my lunch time. Every time we do a podcast, it's always on my lunchtime. Anyways.
Wait, is chips your lunch?
What?
Is chips your lunch?
No, I have chips and a small ham and cheeseburger.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I like it. Concordia, you won the Mapper tournament. I was there. So let me see here. I like the quality. I like the map. the texture, like the terrain and the little nations over it. I like that. It's kind of modern. It's a modernist kind of way. All right. And the only thing I have a little bothers me a bit is the unbelievably small text in the text dialogue. Sometimes I understand you probably need to full screen it, but it's kind of small sometimes. But however, the story is fleshed out, the dialogue's intelligent, and a high standard, and it flows well, you know. And yeah. One more thing, you need to have. Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
Remember when I won the first Mapper tournament, it wasn't really that big.
Lol.
Remember that? It's like oh yeah. It's just like nothing happened after winning it, and then now it changed. Now we were doing it. Oh well, doesn't matter. I didn't watch it, so I have nothing to say.
Should we move on?
Oh, I think we
Yeah, we should probably
He
move
just
on.
messaged me in Steam.
Who?
Wander. He just messaged me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I caught it. He
He's
said
late,
we
guys.
were joined during the podcast. And Cosmic Neighbor is not here either. So
Is it still taking a shower?
Probably, I don't know. Maybe like just decided, you know, why don't I just like cook breakfast? That's probably. Move on to the wild card.
Yeah, I guess we move on to the
So
wild.
wait, he says he will join. So do I leave after he joins?
I don't know. I mean, you should probably stay since you're here.
Okay.
All right, let me put on my video with the most dreaded part.
Can I add something to the wild card topic?
I already wrote everything. Hey, everybody, how's it
Oh,
going?
young lady.
All right, here we go. MapperCast hat. Here it is. I lost it earlier. I had to spend like an hour looking for it. But here we go. I tried to add some topics that are a little bit more on the nose, because that was kind of the whole point of the wildcard topic. Not to just be like, what's your favorite insert thing here? Which is kind of what it became.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
here we go.
Pray for something not stupid.
Something
Okay.
appropriate.
This is, I mean, it's not stupid. We got, what's the most immoral thing you've ever done?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
No idea.
Scandalous.
No idea.
It's kind of hard to think with.
I know what Chris.
I actually broke off a friend's tooth once.
Oh my God.
What?
Was it purpose?
But I wasn't
Purpose?
No, it was not on purpose. Luckily.
Okay. I've done
Alright.
something really fucked up that I've like actually feel really like every once in a while I'll think about it and like feel really bad about it. I don't know. I might have told on stream before. I think like my sister tried to get me to tell the story on stream, but I said no because it was so fucked up. But anyways, here's the thing. So it was back in 2011. I was 10 years old. And back then, all the rage was this game called Plants vs. Zombies. I don't know if you guys remember it. I loved it. Yeah,
Good old game. I used to play.
yeah, that game was the best. I used to play it with
Yeah.
friend Ray and his brothers. But anyways, we had this idea. We thought it'd be fun to make little clay figures of the characters and then sell them on the street. And you know, we were like 10, so they were terrible. But and nobody wanted to buy them. So Ray's brothers came up with the worst idea. This was in 2011, so this was during the huge Japanese earthquake thing. And Ray's brother Chris, so not Italian Mapper Chris, Ray's brother Chris.
Oh, so your brother is Chris?
He came out and said, "Hey, you know what would be just a wonderful stand-up decision for us? How about we tell everyone that we're giving all of our profits to Japanese charity and then pocket all the money for ourselves?"
No.
That's what he decided. And I did not say no. I just stood there and fucking acted in it. And we drew I didn't feel good about it. It's not like I was like, yay, fucking charity scam. But Like
Alright.
I was a active participant. I drew these. Oh my god! I had help from his brothers, and I drew these photos of collapsed cities flooding, and with the caption "Help them" on it.
My God.
My God.
For fuck's sake.
I know, it was like the worst thing anyone's ever. So yeah,
This was getting
I was-
interesting as
You
well.
were a
I
little
was
devil.
10. And Ray, the thing about Ray is he was very wealthy. He lived on 80 something street in Manhattan, New York. So all the people that walked by were like millionaires, and they would see this and go, "Oh, this is my chance to do good." And we got like literally we did it twice, 2 days. We made $1,000 each day.
Oh god.
I know, it was like the worst thing. It was
What
the worst
hell,
thing
Cosmic?
I've ever
Oh
done.
my God, that
I know, it was like the
What
worst
the
thing.
hell?
It was the actual worst.
fucking dollars.
It was
$2,000.
worse. I know.
$1,000 a day. You at
So
this
that's
rate,
why
you
I
do
try like really, really hard to be a good person to like make up for that. But I had just
Cosmic. If you actually did it every day, you'll be a millionaire by now.
well, yeah, but that was
Jesus Christ.
so at least I can say when I just turned 10, I did a charity scam. So that's there you go.
You
That's
would have
my
become a
story.
millionaire. Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to somebody else.
I think
Okay.
I have something probably I've done when I was young.
I had to go to therapy too. Like I remember I was at therapy. I was like, what do I do? It was fucked up. It was like really bad. I felt terrible about it.
I've done a lot of
But at least you got $2,000.
Yeah,
Here
well, yeah, it
comes
was
the
split up.
money.
It was split up between the four of us. It wasn't like
I know you'll be a millionaire if you keep doing that every day, though.
I think
I
like
would
the
not.
consequences, though, if you ask me.
I love money.
Okay, but let's go. I guess I could talk about my smart. I've done a lot of other things when I was young, specifically in school, and while I've been bullied a lot and been the bully myself, it's hard to choose which one's the most memorable. But then from one outside school, I can say probably the most screwed up thing I've done is using racial slurs that I don't know what it means, because I had a bad influence from my cousin who taught me these bad words.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say my most immoral thing because I don't know if that's even legal. So I'm gonna say the other thing. One
Oh
time.
no! Yeah, what I said was highly illegal. So
No.
highly immoral and like
No,
No, it wasn't.
charity scams.
Wasn't
that
it
is-
legal?
it was a charity scam. That's illegal.
I'm gonna say another thing, which is also.
Come on,
illegal.
Chris. You gotta be honest. I just told my legitimate darkest secrets.
Don't worry, don't worry. This is also illegal.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, he sold fascism for a vape.
No. So near my school, near my old school, there
Oh,
was,
Wonder Joint.
there was a what?
Good morning.
God damn it!
Wonder you're
Oh my
right.
God, is this?
I just
Are you
caught that
just-
old cop,
That's-
okay?
That's Liam.
Yes, that's
Welcome,
me.
Miss Wonder. Welcome.
Welcome,
He just
welcome.
woke up. Looks
I
like he
just
woke
woke
up.
up 15 minutes ago and I look on my phone. It's like, oh, MapperCast is happening. Kill me.
Yeah, you missed the charity scam story.
You do realize I was
You
up
can
till
watch
1
it.
animating last night.
But you came right into
God.
my story about how I robbed something. Well, let me tell you. So near my old school, there was a football field, and usually people had like tournaments there, and there was a small not a store or a vending, but like a tiny building where they sold like hot dogs.
Like we're getting a phone call.
God damn it. Okay, anyway, so me and my friend decided to go and break in there and take all the shit that it was in there. So a day, we took a rock and throw.
What? You robbed us in a store?
Wait,
So-
what? Why?
I have
we-
no anymore.
and then late at night we came back. Like, it was really late at night to come and take all the shit.
Oh my
And,
God.
and when we came
Dude,
in,
why you say that for? You're gonna get arrested.
I'm calling the police.
when we got in, it was like now we can get some food and money. It's gonna be amazing. But when we got in there, the only thing was left there was old hot dog bread and golf balls. So
Rob, I don't know what's worse. My thing, your thing is definitely is more illegal. But I don't know. Maybe it's a little more moral.
Chris, why you say that? You're gonna go to jail now if they find it.
No, they
You're
can't
under
prove
arrest.
They can't prove anything.
don't tell the Swedish police.
The Swedish police.
Hey, I mean, I guess my worst thing would be like writing something that government isn't really approving.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
living in Canada. I'm fine with anything. I totally didn't steal a Steam gift card and realize it didn't work when I was 7.
Oh my god.
Nice. Nice. I've never really stolen. Well, I guess the scams guys. I think.
You technically still do that.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I've never like physically stolen. I think when I was like 5,
Physically stolen.
I took a keychain when I was 5 years old and then admitted it to my father 10 minutes ago. So that's
10 minutes ago.
I think
To
it's
be
safe
honest,
to say that we've all done something horrible when we were young. As
Technically, I
you're not
have
alone. I've
stolen
stolen some things too, man. Like,
Hey, you guys are lucky. I can still get found and get fucking arrested for.
Technically, I've stolen something. Also, not too long ago, like only 1 year. We've basically had to read a book in English class. And apparently, my teacher never realized that I never gave back the book. So apparently, there's now a book missing in the school library, but nobody noticed.
Yeah, it happens. It literally happens.
Oh my
oh, it has happened to my brother before. Where he,
Oh, Lord.
there's like 2 people with the same name, so he thought it was the other guy.
Oh my god.
God.
He's like, yes, hey, you didn't return the book. He's like, no, what are you talking about? I don't have an ID. It's the other one. Oh, the other one. Oh.
But I'm just reminding you, the story I told you, that's not even the worst thing I've ever done. It's
Calm
still
down in the chat, guys.
What happens?
They talk about Jake Paul and cancer.
no.
Oh, of course they are.
Oh, of
That's
course.
That's the
What
best
else
thing in the
would we
world.
talk about?
Oh, yes. Jake Paul. Oh, yes.
It's every day, bro. Oh, yeah.
I'm going back to drawing the ice.
England is my city.
that was fun. I enjoyed that. Feels good to get that shit off my chest. You know what?
There's
We've all done something fucked up, but you know
Mostly
it's
stealing.
important. It's important we have these experiences so we can grow and become better humans. Because
Pretty much everyone here is about stealing. That's it.
Yeah, we all robbed the store.
No
once.
identity fraud or something. That's-
Well, that story was.
oh, I stole a Wii game from Blockbuster
How dare you!
when they were still. I'm holding it right now. It's Wii Party. It's very fun. I stole it like 10 years ago.
Time to call the cops.
To call the cops. Blockbuster.
Call the
Fun
Swedish
company.
police. Call the Swedish
Call the
police.
Swedish police.
The Swedish police.
The Sawaia police.
Call the Eritrean embassy.
But hey, immoral as in inappropriate or immoral as in illegal?
Well,
Both.
usually immorality and illegality go together, but just I guess just anything immoral. Like if you were,
All right. Well, I'm not gonna say it.
oh come on, you can't like ask and then not say it.
One time I stole a pencil. No, I'm kidding.
All right, what'd you do?
I did so.
I doubt it's any worse than the things we've just fucking.
Well, I have several stories, but I'm just gonna tell the least immoral one.
Tell the one that'll get the most shockers. You gotta say it. Come on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a meme if I say this. So.
Oh, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, we won't be mean, promise.
Anything you do
One
will
time
be
in 6th grade, I took off my pants in class.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
What? You squeeze me?
Okay, it's not as bad as mine.
Yeah.
Everyone be quiet. 2 kids in my school actually had sex during class.
What?
So
What in the hell?
Shut up.
Yeah.
What?
I was
No,
in
no,
the class.
no.
They were over in the corner, and everyone was just looking. It was so fucking awkward.
That's
And
really
that was embarrassed.
This is
You know, I
getting
consider
awkward so
myself pretty
fast.
ethical, but We've all done something that's not well.
I swear it wasn't
I'm a little messed up.
me. Let's just stop here, please.
All right, yeah. Is there anyone who hasn't gone? Mindria, have you
I'm
gone?
just done. I can't do this anymore.
All right, Mindria, come on, you got something.
Mindria, come on.
The same shit. I robbed the store.
Okay.
What'd you rob? What'd you steal?
I
Oh,
fucking
you
robbed candy. I was that hungry.
You were hungry and you robbed candy that
You-
poor dude.
Robbed for food. What?
That is actually pretty
This
sad.
is like
That's
the
actually-
30. That's a little.
That's pretty sad, actually.
I want
You know,
to
I've
kill
never
myself
robbed
right
a store
now.
before, but I definitely stole things from other people before. When I
I
was
think everyone's done that.
Everyone. I stole a couple figures from Ray that my old friend that are worth like $100 each.
you know,
Well,
like
He's literally a millionaire, so that was my excuse.
I think I've stolen over 100 Pokemon cards when I was a kid.
but
Yeah.
now I don't steal anymore. Stealing is just.
I guess I like how no one in the chat has a reaction. They just talk about Jake Paul.
He's talking about
No,
Jake
I'm
Paul.
pretty sure.
Okay, wait, hold on. I feel wait, hold on. Okay, I really feel like this point wasn't stressed enough. It kind of got swept aside. Why did you take off your pants in the classroom? What was there? A reason?
Why is me?
I gotta ask. Like, what was the lead up to this?
I
Dementia.
put my
No, I'm
hair in
kidding.
class.
Hey, you know that condition where you thought that real life was a dream?
What?
What?
That ran.
I thought it was a
The
dream.
plot thickens. You thought it was.
Every time I think, hey, dude, guys. Okay, every time I think that something is a dream, I just like take off all my clothes, just run around naked.
Oh,
That is, you took off your pants because you thought you were in it. That's good.
Yeah, well,
That's-
I actually
like that.
what the hell? That's
It's a good meme right there.
darkest secrets revealed.
I have a question. If you thought it was a dream, you could have done so many other things that you chose to take off the pants.
What?
If
What do you say?
If it wasn't a dream, I would do,
Yeah, that's a bit of a strange choice. Like, if I am in a lucid dream, the first thing I'm gonna do is like fly or something.
Why would fly is boring, dude? Everyone
Just take
flies
off
in
your
a dream.
pants. It's
Everyone.
Take off your plants if you walk by
Hey,
a police
well, my
ranger.
friend.
That's-
Hey,
so
well,
it's all good.
hey, well, my friend. Every time he thinks he's in a dream, he starts killing people. So.
I don't
well,
think that's happened.
wait, what? Oh, yeah,
I poison people when I'm in a dream.
that's stupid.
Yeah, I guess you guys know where the corrosive dragon came from.
It's funny.
Okay.
Cosmic, where's your neighbor?
Remember when I destroyed the entire
I don't
Jason,
know. I
bad
messaged
that I
him.
probably-
He's just missing.
I think we should move
Can I
on.
just
It's
say
probably
something
take
really
long.
bad?
Hey, yeah, we should move on. We've been on this.
Yeah. All right. So
I just want to say one last thing about how crap
Next
my
topic
school.
again. Next topic was.
Fuck
Live,
West
wonder,
Virginia.
ignore.
Oh shoot!
West Virginian mapping just
What do you do?
Wait, what's he doing?
said I sexually assaulted a girl in 5th grade.
Oh my. Well, who cares?
What?
All right, that will. Who
All right.
cares?
Who cares? Whatever. What's
All
up?
right. Next topic.
Who cares?
All right. Okay. Next topic is discussing about Canada. Canceling a mapping series but revealing the plot. Okay, so this applies to.
I thought you were talking about
if you
Canada.
guys don't know, I did that.
This is kind of what happened with
You
Hal.
know, we talked about canceling mapping series before, didn't we?
I
And
love
I'm-
canceling.
I'm
We
coming
have-
back as a hypocrite.
but we haven't talked
have-
about it, like, revealing the plot afterwards. That you
Well,
kinda-
yeah, I guess. Like
I'm kidding earlier.
I've explained my reasons why I canceled the series, but then to be fair, I could have just ended the series and not say anything else and leave the suspense there. But no, I decided to review the plot just so you know how it ends.
yeah, that's
But of course, some people got triggered saying that I don't care about the fans and stuff. Oh my god! If I didn't care about the fans, I wouldn't review the plot. I would just cancel it and say fuck you. But no, I didn't do that. Yeah, I just swore as well. All right. So yeah. So what do you guys think about doing this? Like,
okay. I think
this isn't just for me, but it's for everyone else who's planning on canceling series, but also
I think
reviewing the plot.
this is something that happens a lot in media. Just recently, I think the most recent notable example is it happened with Half-Life 3. We kind of all accepted we'd never see that, and then Mark Laidlaw, who was a head writer, just kind of released the plot for it and brought closure. And if you're gonna cancel something, I think this is just kind of a given. You got to release the plot. Automatically, it soothes any type of pain that's felt by anyone who enjoyed the show or game or movie series or whatever. So yeah, it's a good thing, but obviously you're going to want to finish the show, but I do think it's a good compromise in certain situations, because I don't know, if you write stuff, that sometimes your heart is just not in it, and a lot of times that reverses. We've discussed motivation and mapping before, and I kind of said, it comes and goes. Sometimes you'll feel excitement for stuff, sometimes you won't. And a lot of the time that does happen for specific series, but sometimes the passion just leaves. And if you don't get that, it's just going to come out shitty. If you don't have any passion, if the person who writes it doesn't care about it, it's just going to come out shit. But usually you have an idea of where the series is going to go. So I do think it's smart to release the plot and let people know how these series end, because I always said this, like, narratives are not just a form of entertainment. People identify with them. They spend hours, investing themselves in stories and characters. So I think it really is just ignorant to sort of pass that off as like, oh, it's just a YouTube video. So always reveal the plot if you have a show and decide to cancel it, because someone does care about it. All right, that's my take.
Yeah, some people still get triggered. I had like 35 dislikes, I think, on that video.
People got triggered when I blew up England.
Clownish trash is the cringiest line in mapping history, because there isn't something that's worse. Oh wait, there is.
Who cares?
Where's that thing about Euro trash? Where did that come from?
Trash.
Just don't focus on the meme chat, because the topics get derailed when everyone starts looking at the chat.
Stop sending me traps.
Just talk about the topic. Come on.
Yeah.
Stop sending me.
I'll talk about the dislikes on the video.
Stop sending me traps. Oh my god.
Like, I think some people, they just want to see how the whole entire story, like how you watch a movie, not telling you how to, like, you don't get the same experience as someone telling you the plot as opposed to actually showing the plot. There's a big difference. There's a draw line between there. So I was thinking that should be something we should consider if we're going to cancel the series. I mean, I made my decision. It was final. And if you guys don't like my decision, then you can go screw off.
Ooh.
Damn, what a
I didn't.
Damn, drop that mic.
Dab.
What?
Sorry.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
I'm sorry.
No one else has anything to add?
9.
All right, next topic. We're going to be discussing about Equifax's screw up. Yes, I know we're very late on this.
What is
We haven't had
Equifax?
a single podcast in September, so yeah. So if you guys don't know about the Equifax, so basically what happened was
Jews.
like a few months ago,
What
there
the
was a
fuck? I gotta stop that.
there was a, okay.
I
This
can't
is
wait to
supposed to
discuss
do
for
that,
December
man.
referendum. I can't wait to hear Alp yelling at me.
this is like tech news right now. So yeah, so basically Equifax screwed up. They had a data breach, which actually, it's not like some passwords are exposed, but this is different. It's your personal identity and all your social insurance number and all these personal information that I never knew they actually hold these information. I don't know how they get it, why they have the legal obligation to do that. I'm not gonna get into that, but the point is that they screwed up and there was a data breach, and they took very long to respond to it. Not only to that, they also sold their shares. Then they set up some sketchy website to check if you've been breached, and if you've been breached, you get put in a lineup for a service you have to pay. So basically, you have to pay for them to pay the guys that let your information get breached, and they're probably being sold on black market right now in the dark web. So yeah, well, what a screw up. Now you know what furious means the most? What is when there was someone created a fake website of this security Equifax website, and guess what? They tweaked the fake website, and then later I think the CEO also resigned. So yeah, can you believe it? A company you trust a company to take care of your personal information. That is something I would never trust.
Private corporations really just.
Yeah, I know. It's like I never heard of this Equifax until this happened. So, I mean, I don't think I'm a victim of this. Even though I know Canadians were also affected. Some Canadians.
Wait, what?
But yeah, Canadians were also affected by this Equifax breach. Not just
I've never been told this. I think I'm safe in my beautiful province.
Yeah, regardless, like this Equifax thing it really pisses me off how incompetent they were. Well, I guess we're not that competent either, but like this, but the difference is that they're holding your personal information, so it really infuriates me. Like it's just like ransomware. Like if an IT tech support says that ransomware cannot be removed, you need a new computer, then that's stupid.
No, bad. No.
So what do you guys think?
What's going on?
Chat suspended comes from China.
You have anything to add about Equifax, or are you going to defend Equifax? I don't know. What are you going to
do? Me?
Yeah, Equifax. Maybe you're
well, I have to go to the toilet, so I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
No, bad.
BRB 5 years.
Equifax breach. Nobody likes tech news.
Okay, first of all, I think it's ridiculous that a private corporation has access to so many people's fucking social security information. It's just ridiculous. It just goes to prove, America should really move past fucking social security numbers and start adopting more secure ways of identifying their populace, like a fucking national ID card or, I don't know, anything at all. But obviously this affects people outside the US. It's fine. I mean, social security numbers weren't even designed to be an identification for American citizens. They're supposed to be, your number in social security, but whatever. So yeah, it's ridiculous that, first of all, the government should have known that there was a private entity with all this information. And if you're going to allow them to have that, you got to at least see that they have the proper, you got to enforce that they have the proper security measures to actually maintain that. It's ridiculous. This shouldn't have ever even have been a situation that was possible. There should have been government intervention, making sure that all these people's information is secure. And now there are people out there whose identities are going to be stolen, whose lives are going to be ruined because of just basic incompetence on the part of billionaire CEOs. So it's ridiculous, but it's nothing new. And that's my take. That's the 2 cents.
Wait, what was that last line again? What did you say? The last line. What was that last line?
This is nothing new.
Oh, what do you mean it's nothing new?
I meant more or less just people suffering at the hands of billionaire CEOs' incompetence. Not really.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's why I don't really trust. Like it's even. But I also don't like politicians. Just like that part where they talk about how there needs to be a back door to what do you call it? These cell phones, right? Like politicians saying that needs to be back door, but that's horseshit. Oh man, I swore again. No, but the reason why I'm saying
more
censored is because if you have a back door, so if a hacker figures out his back door, then well, every cell phone is screwed up. And if there's a back door to bank accounts, then if all it takes is one hacker to find the key to the back door, and then every bank account is exposed, and that's very great use. Exactly. That's why I don't like. That's why I hated it when I heard them talking about backdoors for cell phones just to combat terrorism. It's really annoying.
Yep.
Well, I gotta go now.
Damn it.
Huh?
Gotta go now, but it was fun being here.
Oh, you're leaving? Fuck.
Ah, fuck.
Well,
I could have got
Maybe
saved for that.
Cosmic Neighbor will replace you.
Someone
My favorite elf.
Yeah, where's your neighbor?
Here, hold on. I need to be right back. I'm getting a
Wonder, can you stop thinking like I will overreact?
hey, I'm just gonna.
You're gonna win this debate.
I'm just gonna answer those 2 questions really quick, then I'll leave.
I won't debate it with you because you're close in mind.
Kurdistan independence.
I want to debate this.
Independence.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, you can't really debate with someone that can't.
And he left.
I'll be honest. The Kurdistan independence, it was not what I expected.
I believe
was
in
not
Kurdish.
expecting
Okay, so
Iran, Turkey, and Iraq.
No, they're
No.
seeking triple alliance, by the way, Viper.
Huh?
R.I.P.
Turkey, Iran, and
Kurdistan.
Iraq.
Can you let Wonder talk?
Yeah, I told you wasn't expecting that. Is what I'm trying to say.
All right, then.
No!
So first and foremost, I support a Iraqi Kurdistan,
That's me
but
drawing a door.
me and Alp had a debate the other day, and it showed that Kurdistan claims way too much territory, and it should not be. And also, no triple alliance, please.
I'm back.
I think they have too much territory claims. I think
They have way too many territorial claims. What
Like,
they
I
should
They
do,
claim like all the way
I'm
to the
looking-
Persian Gulf.
I really just think I'm looking at a map of Iraqi Kurdistan. They should just annex those lands and not annex any other lands.
yeah, like I have to give them the
Like,
credit for.
look at their
fighting.
demand. They want all of Iran nearly.
At the same time, I think
I
the
know.
demand.
Kurdistan has huge claims on Iran and Turkey, so.
Yeah, and in Turkmenistan.
Yeah, they claim that Ashgabat, the Turkmenistan's capital, is Kurdish.
Wait, I thought Turkmenistan and Turkey are friends. Are they?
No, they are, but I said like Kurds claim that the Turkmenistan's capital.
All right, I'm back.
They claim that.
So what's going on?
Wait, I don't understand it. What do you mean?
We're talking about Kurdistan.
Kurdistan.
Oh, I thought you meant
Basically-
Turkmenistan.
Yeah,
not
basically they
Turkmenistan.
claim that.
Wait,
I don't think there's
Kurdistan
any-
claims Turkmenistan?
Yeah,
Some of
capital.
their land.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, I'm
They're
not. They
called-
claim
are
there is a
spoiled
majority
little
there.
brats.
Okay, so
Oh my god. Oh, sorry, that's me
that's really
screwing up drawing a truck again.
So nice, so beautiful.
well. Okay, here's the thing about the whole Kurdistan situation. I've always supported Kurdistani independence. I think they deserve it. They've sort of been oppressed for hundreds of years now, and they were like the main forces fighting ISIS for like the first 2 years of ISIS's
You
existence.
are right.
No one was doing shit against ISIS. America wasn't doing anything. NATO wasn't. Nobody in the West. The Iraqi army was retreating, literally giving them major cities with like 500,000 people. It's crazy.
Also,
Yeah, Mosul. That's how they got that city. That should have never happened. So the Kurds were the only actual people on the ground putting in the work against ISIS for years. Thank God now the Iraqis are finally putting in some work. But for the
until some
longest time,
Americans
it's just
came
the
over and traded the Iraqis, now they're actually fighting.
That's good.
Fight like men.
Yeah. So I mean, I support Kurdistani independence, but I don't know. I'm not sure if this was the correct time for them to hold the referendum, just because of all the shit going on in that region.
No
Like,
one.
Obviously, there was going to be pushback. What do you think,
I
Alp?
just
You're
think the main problem is that
Okay,
their
they
claims
didn't
are
make
too
any
much.
move for
Like,
independence. No one is preparing to invade them, so it's just the same. They just hold it and what's happening.
something.
I don't need the right door.
If they pushed it, then Iraq would actually push for war.
Yeah, it's just an all-around fucked situation.
And actually, Iraq gave them 72 hours to give all of the border checkpoints to Iraqi government.
Oh, Jesus! Didn't Iran threaten to go to war against the
Yeah,
Kurds?
Didn't they
Yeah,
bombard?
they actually
Kurdistan?
bombarded.
Yeah, they did like some stupid shit like that. Some really
Artillery bombardment of their capital, I believe.
Oh my
No,
god!
the borders.
The borders. I thought the
village.
capital.
No.
Oh yeah, that would have been a whole other thing.
Because that'd be war with America, and they'd be dead, and then we'd all be dead.
No, Russia
Well,
chose Iran. Russia chose Iran to
Of course,
support.
Russia chose Iran. They have oil, unlike Kurdistan.
Not just that, Iran is the only ally in the Middle East. Iran is the Russian ally, right? In the Middle East.
Well,
absolutely.
if they can probably get Kurdistan as an ally. I mean, not Kurdistan. They could probably get Iraq as an ally in this war if they convince them enough, and then they'd have more oil. If you think about it.
Doesn't U.S. have Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, USA has Saudi Arabia,
For some goddamn reason.
but aren't relations worsening because Donald Trump?
Oh no, it's only getting stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
really?
The Christian fanatic of the Islamist fanatics.
It was the first thing Trump did. His first foreign trip, he went to Saudi Arabia, and they had this whole like fucking extravagant ceremony for him, and they gave him all these like the crown of the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, some ridiculous fucking.
Wait,
fantasy.
what? They actually do that?
Yeah, they did that. They gave him like a.
That's ridiculous.
They're like, here, take our hero saber, Mr. President. Fucking stupid. Like it's
But
a fucking Lord of the Rings. Like,
Go check the chat, and I want to see the anti-Trump or the go-Trump chat.
I honestly think Iran is actually like waiting on alarm. If Kurds actually move for independence, they might invade them as well.
Oh.
I think.
We forgot about one other Russian
should be less. Like you have to give them the credit for the efforts against the terrorist group, but you also have to be I don't know how to say. You just can't just claim everything that you want just because of your effort. That's like saying I did something good and I should have the entire country. It's like no, it doesn't work that way.
You know, yeah, it's. I think they should keep to their what's ethnic Kurdistan. They should get that. I do think they deserve that. But to claim outside of that is just
awful.
Like why? I mean,
like in some maps.
You go.
You know that like Turkish kind of entity that goes into Syria?
Yes.
In some maps, they also claim that. And
they claim that? Oh, jeez. You know, if you're really on the fringe for the Kurds, you could probably make some weak argument like, oh, they deserve extra land because they've been oppressed and isn't it time they're on top? But it's
becoming a Middle Eastern empire is not really...
Yeah, that's not really...
possible.
They need to keep to their ethnic territory, the stuff they deserve. And that just, to claim more, it's stoking, it's being purposefully aggressive for no other purpose than to show like, oh, we're the big boys. It's dumb.
We're the big boys.
It's like all the world is becoming is people in a fucking big boy contest trying to.
Of course. Why wouldn't they?
This whole situation just exists because the Entente was unable to make a Kurdish referendum.
They made horrible borders.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, which they want to hold a referendum, and then Kurdistan probably would have got independence with borders that actually coincides.
There's never going to be sustainable peace in that region until the borders.
Okay, can I say something like?
Yes.
Fucking look at Egypt. Like, it's a fucking square almost.
That's we'll be honest, but most of that is just desert.
But like, yeah,
probably
are not even inhabitable.
I'm not gonna say.
What's wrong with Egypt?
Nothing's wrong with Egypt except the government.
Kind of fucking square.
They'll knock over each other.
Nothing's wrong with their government except, their country except their government in a way. It's a dictatorship.
Yeah, their borders don't too.
Government quite a size.
I think the government. I actually have a cousin who lives in Egypt, and every once in a while I'll see her. She lives there with her husband or 2 daughters. I'll see her every once in a while, and I don't know. They say things aren't as bad as people make it out to be. But then again, that's just kind of anecdotal, so I don't know if it's really to be hard evidence. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the situation in Egypt.
We were supposed to be talking about Kurdistan, not Egypt.
Yeah.
Oh.
How did it get to
Well, the border's kind of
we talked about Iran, we talked about Turkey, we talked about Iraq. Now we're Egypt. What?
It's actually it's not that crazy of a topic shift compared to our usual topic shifts. We'll get to like the new Call of Duty.
We're still like in the Middle East general area.
Yeah, usually like we'll get a topic. What do you think about the new Call of Duty? And it'll shift to like why fascism is good or something.
Oh, we're talking about the Middle East, eh? Let's talk about Israel and get a bunch of dislikes in this live stream.
Jesus Christ, Israel! I can't believe that's still a thing that people like get angry about.
I know.
I don't really like to talk about politics, to be honest.
I like ranting about it, just personally.
Oh yeah, I love doing that.
My God damn it! She's just posting in the chat. Hillary is an enemy or a criminal. God.
I know. Yeah, she's.
I'm a liberal somewhat. So. Shut up.
Okay, this
okay, let's just go on.
This is now
I just shifted this comment.
okay, and if you're going to
Let's
pass
not get any
pass
closer
through
to Israel because I can feel it
another
agitating.
part.
I can
can-
smell those dislikes.
I can
coming.
feel the general shift of our fucking.
Oh no, what happened, man? Cosmic.
Cosmic, I
It's
can
going
just
to
smell
start a
those
war
dislikes.
among Israelis. and-
Cosmic started World War III.
Alright, let's just move on.
Cosmic started the great divide.
Catalonia.
No, we only needed Chris, and it could shift to the fascism again.
Oh yeah,
Oh, dear
it's such a.
Catalonia time.
I think I would
Right,
be a-
enough of this.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's move on to Catalonia.
Oh,
Yeah, now
I think we've got to.
Oh, every single,
Sorry.
okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Every single one of you want Catalonia independent. I don't want independent.
Why?
I'm
you're
also.
supporting
You're the
one
ones
group
who
and you're not supporting
United
another.
with
Rip
Spain
unity.
first and
Alright,
foremost.
alright,
It's like
Okay,
Scotland.
calm down,
Scotland.
guys. Jesus Christ.
Everyone, take a breather. Take a
My
breather.
reason.
Okay, I'll take a breather.
All right, let Wonder talk since he.
God
he had
damn
the
it!
floor
Damn it! I
first.
have to say this.
All right,
But
Wonder, you go.
I'm
Hey,
against
guys.
five. I don't know how many people are who are against 6 people, so I don't think I have a chance.
Oh come on.
We're
Yeah.
talking
I just don't think that Catalonia
I
should be
personally-
part of Spain is because they just support. Spanish government needs Catalonia. Provides a big revenue to the nation, but what Spain's doing in Catalonia right now is awful and should not be happening.
Yeah, it's.
Okay,
Okay.
what Kyrgyzstan
All right,
claim
here,
is
let's
like
look back.
Iraq
We gotta get
revenue income.
with structure. Here, Alpha.
This is Scotland topic all over again.
Yeah, like
Okay,
what
my
Kurt's
opinion on
claiming
this.
is like one of the Iraq's biggest oil revenue in Moses, I think.
We're talking about
Talking about
Catalonia
Iraq.
now, not
Yeah,
Kurdistan.
I know about.
My-
I don't
We're out of the
understand
desert.
Why are we
We're
back
out
to
of
Kurdistan topic
Iceland
again?
now.
All right,
For
Rat,
fuck's
you go.
sake.
You go.
My opinion on the whole Catalonia thing is that I'm against Catalonian independence because
Not
just
alone.
that pretty much at it, Catalonian independence would like suicide for them. Because let's just say if they really do declare independence now Monday, they will stand with a currency they have no control over, similar to Kosovo. Most of the companies said they are going to move out of Catalonia once they declare independence, which means, yeah, fuck the economy. Third, the polls to the Catalonian independence thingy were vastly different from the referendum results. First of all, only 42 of the people allowed to vote actually voted, which makes it a minority. So the referendum can actually be really viewed as legit.
Guys, can I say
And-
something because I need to go soon.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Oh,
okay.
Okay, you go. You can finish, Rad. I'll do it after you.
Okay, and basically, the population of Catalonia is split on the thing. Economically, they're going because they strike.
They have Barcelona.
And Catalonia, and then on top of that, they would be instantly out of the EU and the single market. And let's just face it, they are not going to survive like this, and they are not going to be able to join the EU when Spain sits in veto.
Once they get independence on Monday, they're gonna be at war right away with Spain. I can just smell
threaten to
Spain mobilizing.
yes. Spain threatened to enact Article 155, I believe, and this article says that a government can take any measures to defend the constitution, which the Catalans broke. So yeah, I like a Bosnia all over again.
Fun stuff.
We just need the Basque referendum now.
look. Here's the thing. Here's the
Oh
thing.
dear God, Alf, that's gonna be a bloodfest.
All right, here's the deal. Yeah, Catalonia is very integral for the Spanish government to remain financially afloat, and there are many practical reasons why they shouldn't. But if they vote and it comes out that they do get their independence, they need to be allowed to get that because that's democracy. And anything
But only 40,
denying that,
but only 42% of the people actually went to vote, and the polls said that the separatists actually were in the minority. And we also saw today there were hundreds, thousands of people in Catalonia who protested against independence.
well, I don't think I don't think protest sizes are ever a good indicator of what a populace believes.
Yeah, but in the polls, only 42% voted for yes.
Well, how many people actually voted? Because the Spanish government
In the polls said that yes.
You mean like in
polls I meant. And in the actual referendum, only 42% people voted, and actually has been reported that people voted twice or thrice even.
All right. Well, I think, a lot of the small turnout can obviously be explained by Spain violently cracking down against people going to the polls. And if I were in Catalonia and I supported independence and I saw all the videos I saw, like people going out to go participate in democracy and literally just being almost killed in a lot of these situations, I wouldn't vote. Now, does that mean that that enough?
Yeah, that's my theory. The vast majority of the people that wanted to remain didn't go to vote because the Spanish government said so.
Yeah, so I think there needs to be another vote. There needs to be an actual. You go.
This referendum should be treated like the Puerto Rico one, because in the Puerto Rico one, actually, the vast majority voted for it, but only because 27% of the people allowed to vote group who said they are going to boycott. Congress just dismissed the referendum, and yeah, I think that's kind of what would have been the right thing here.
Yeah, well, I just think there needs to be a clean vote. There needs to be a mandatory clean vote, because here's the thing. I might be on the minority on this, but I honestly think voting should be mandatory, because you're never going to get accurate.
No.
I think it should be mandatory.
No. I don't like wasting time voting things I don't care about.
Well, Viper, it has
Cosmic, you are a communist. Cosmic, you're a communist.
I'm saying that because I want democracy to be expanded. When you have like more than half of a population,
how's it democracy expanded if you force everyone to vote?
It's not force of people to vote for someone specifically or a specific party. It's just
but then people that don't want to vote out of protest or something, they're just going to either just give up a ballot that's empty or just doesn't count.
I'm not saying that people should be imprisoned for not voting. I'm saying
I got to go soon. Can I say something?
Okay.
All right. So first of all, for the Kurdistan, I mean, I agree with their independence, but I don't think that it's the best time for independence right now. And for Catalonia, yeah, I agree with you guys too. It's going to be a little hellhole over there if companies leave. So, okay, bye.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye, I'm not saying people.
And Kurdistan's like 95% of Kurdistan's infrastructure is dead. So.
Yeah. That was loud.
That was beautiful.
I'm not saying people should be imprisoned for not voting. I think
stop it.
Cosmic, it's been an hour. Where's your neighbor?
Yeah, he's that's been lost. I don't know. I don't think he's coming.
Maybe next one. Next one.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Hamish, stop it.
But I think not voting should
wait for the base.
To like a traffic violation, running a red light, you get a fine, you pay like $200. It should be like that for not voting. Voting is, especially in America, it's like literally the most important thing you could be doing. And I think a lot of people to just like not do that because they'd rather sit home and eat a fucking bagel or whatever. I don't. We need mandatory voting, man. We just like crazy
forcing people to do something.
Well, yeah. Call it what you want, but we need it. We need to vote.
We had democracies are supposed to be in.
Stop it, cat.
Like I said,
we had mandatory voting in Germany, in East Germany.
Well, what was the punishment for not voting?
I don't know. I think you got into like German equivalent of an concentration.
Oh yeah, like that's ridiculous. I'm not saying that. Like I said, I want it to be like a traffic violation.
The former boyfriend of my mother actually wasn't one of those, and he never talked about it. So
that's fucked up, man. Yeah, it's just mandatory voting has that weird cloud over it because it's had such a shady past. I think if we just implement it with very soft penalties, we will see things skyrocket because a lot of people would rather just spend an hour to go vote than pay like $100 fine.
Yeah, but then you probably also would see the rise of votes that are just like not they are not counted because they voted wrong. With voting wrong, I mean they fill out the ballot wrong.
Oh, well, then you can just fine them if that happens. Everything can be answered by a small fine.
But this is ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous?
Is this even when an liberal free democracy than a Republican democracy? If you force people to vote?
What was that? Who played that
I
music?
just
That was-
I don't see why it's not.
I always like to
copyright.
say that not voting at all is also an option on the ballot.
No, that's just incorrect.
Yeah.
That's more of a
Because I know
philosophical
some
comment.
friends who actually don't want to vote because there's no party that they think actually represents them.
Well, no matter what, there's gonna be a party that represents you closest. That's just gonna
No,
be.
they're
talking
not
about
even care
Catalonia.
about
There's moderate parties, there's far parties. They exist. If there's a candidate out there, there's one that you can identify with more than the other, and you should vote. People shouldn't have the option to just be like, oh, I don't care what happens to my life. I don't care what happens to half the population. I think people should have to vote. It's ridiculous how this stuff happens, especially in a country like America, where the responsibility is to pick the most powerful person on earth, and
but there's-
literally millions could die if something.
But isn't that even worse because you have a two-party system?
Yeah, I do. I think it's been proven that it would be worth it.
I mean, maybe in the Netherlands would work because they have like fucking 20 parties that are all represented in parliament. But mandatory voting is just
maybe not
why.
everywhere. Maybe not everywhere, but I think at least in America we need to have it because we have such an important responsibility. We look at what Trump does all over the place, the stoking of people. He's messing with international diplomacy. Situations like that shouldn't happen. It wouldn't have happened if people were, they were forced to vote. This shit wouldn't have happened. People shouldn't have the option to just go like, oh, I don't care what happens to the
But
world.
Cosmic, people voted for Harambe.
Well, those people should be lynched.
Hashtag free Harambe.
Chris's way I see there.
Harambe is back, guys.
Vote for Harambe.
Yeah, let's
Where
vote for
did-
Harambe.
Where did we come to even Harambe?
No, people actually voted for Harambe. I think about
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. People that don't
Harambe
want to vote
for
and vote, first
president.
of all, they're just going to vote for Joe candidates.
Yeah, like Harambe, right?
It says cosmic mapping is a radical limb.
Harambe returned.
I mean, 300 people in the UK election voted for Lord Buckethead.
All right, first and foremost, I
And-
thought we were talking about Catalonia.
Yeah,
And-
it kind
and
of.
the-
Voting.
God damn.
And the German party actually made it into the European Parliament.
All right, guys.
Oh, home and mappers is accusing me of
All
saying
right, let's
casting.
move on.
I did not say that publicly. I did not say that.
All right, everyone, let's move on to the free fall. This is where people can ask questions. And this
Oh,
is
yes, I can't wait to ask
fish
the other
like
part
ice
question
coming.
saying, who's the true waffle? Fuck my
Oh yeah,
life.
Q&A. Wow, I got
Yeah.
about
It's
that.
a mean
I'm just
question,
gonna look in
yeah.
that chat and I'm just gonna see who is the true waffle.
I actually made the quiz this time. Isn't that a miracle?
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? And one of
Right.
the questions, I'm not sure if I want to
Right.
show, but it's
Crap! I have to draw tires now. I'm drawing tires right now. Humvee
See,
tires.
that meme is a dead meme.
Now we just wait. Oh my god, shut up, Colonial.
Let's take our time.
Come on, ask us questions.
my
Wonder
sister's
you
had a
got-
sleepover.
Oh no.
What
Oh,
are
wow,
you-
I just say who is the true waffle and everyone's saying Ches. Now I'm sad.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Is it?
Now I'm sad.
Wonder,
Now
are
I,
you gonna
now, I
ask us
go,
questions?
now I go to New York and go.
Okay, question. Do you think Crimea is Russia?
It is Russia. I'm sorry.
It is. I
it's Russia.
completely disagree with it, but it's Russia. It just
At
is.
least
I wonder-
Sevastopol is
Damn.
Russia. Sevastopol
The
is
only
Russia.
reason that Crimea belonged to Ukraine was because Stalin's successor was Ukrainian and he gave Ukraine it as a gift.
Oh.
Well, in the meantime of the Soviet Union didn't really matter. But now
Yeah,
when
because
they
it
got
was
independence,
all part
when,
of the. It was all part of the
then
union.
there were a bunch of millions of Russians in Crimea, and Sevastopol actually is a quite good port, warm water port, and so it's probably also strategically good for Russia.
Wonder, you gonna ask us questions?
What? Oh, what? Sorry,
You gonna
I
ask-
just said
Are
something.
you gonna ask us questions?
Oh.
Why did Chris took rape and betrayed fascism?
supposed to.
Yeah, he raped during Mapper's live stream. He raped. If
Yeah,
you
he
want to
raped.
see- I actually recorded and uploaded it to my secondary account, Brunei Nationalist. So if you want to see it, go there.
Send me the link right now.
I can send it into the.
And I'm
Yeah,
going to use
right.
fractals to draw tires.
Oh, I've seen like 5 times.
All right, hold on. We got a. How should the U.S. deal with? How should the U.S. deal with North Korea? That's what we got.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Answer with fire.
In a
fury,
non-logical
and
answer,
everything.
Donald Trump would probably say, "Let's just nuke them."
Yeah, that's what a lot of people would probably. say.
Okay, here
Nuke
comes.
them.
Yeah, nuke them, and then that's going to be some next problems.
Look, we just got to do what we've always done. Just stay on the borders, contain them, because there's literally nothing we can do to end the situation. There's nothing we can do to dethrone.
Actually, we
Kim
can't do
Jong-un.
one thing. We can mock him, call him Rocket Man.
But he doesn't care about Western media.
It's just like there's nothing we can do. I feel terrible for the people of North Korea, but we just got to do.
Yeah, there have been stories of people escaping from North Korea telling their experience in North Korea. There's even a YouTuber, a North Korean YouTuber, who's actually living in North Korea.
If
How is he getting this out on? It's probably all communist. It's probably all he uploads is probably North Korean propaganda videos.
Probably. No, it's like I'm touring around the city and I see like North Korean buses in the area. Unless I've been fooled and it's actually South Korea.
But
I don't think
wasn't
that's
that like a Malaysian?
You can
like
go on
Indonesian
vacation
guy
to
that,
North Korea.
Not anymore. It's on a ban list now.
Oh yeah.
Damn it!
It used to be, but not anymore. I think ever since that guy who stole a poster died.
Oh yeah, that guy. Shit, he died. Yeah. Oh god.
As long as North Korea.
Anyway,
Kim Jong-nam.
what I was gonna say is, if we do anything remotely, if we actually attack North Korea, instantly millions of people in Seoul dead. Seoul is just gone. Nuke everywhere. Say
No, then
goodbye.
China's gonna intervene, right? And then that's gonna be even more problems.
Yeah, and even if the
all
nuke
the oil prices skyrocket while we're here talking about house prices.
Yeah, it's an absolutely horrific scenario.
Yeah, and
Just
even if North Korea's nuke can't reach the US, it will still hit Seoul, and no one wants to risk.
I'm so
South
tired.
Korea.
A few times I've tweeted like, "Oh, this is an actually scary situation," and people respond, "I don't know why you're scared. America's missile defenses are the best. There's no way they could hit you."
South Korea can be.
I'm not scared. Like
Okay, I'm
instantly,
gonna say this.
But they can because the rocket technology.
Is obsolete. North Korea's
The
technology is
rocket
obsolete, but
technology
they could still destroy all of Guam.
You know what they say is that
the North Korean ICBMs, the US defense system could easily destroy because the rockets are pretty primitive.
You know,
But if it would be
about young people not knowing.
there's consequences to this that are they will hit you. Even imagine if a nuclear missile hits Tokyo, Japan. Not only will there be millions, but even if let's say you just completely ignore nobody, you don't care about them, whatever. They're not me. They're not my family. I don't care. If Tokyo is one of the most important financial cities in the entire world, if Tokyo is in flames, the market's gone. It's going to be a financial crash unlike anything else.
Not just that, China can also close the export and everything will be dead.
Wait, I just realized
Exactly.
if we lose Tokyo, where do we see our hentai?
No.
Good point. Where would we get the hentai?
Get out! Get out! Get out!
I'm sorry.
No, that was great.
Sorry.
I'm totally a pet. No,
Where's our liberalism
Man.
gone? Our liberalism
Where's our hentai?
Now the chat is going to
I'm gonna say deal with it. Deal with it, man.
Deal with it. No more hentai.
Deal with it.
Okay, can someone ask the People's
Then we
Republic
have
of
to
China or the
stop
Republic?
Alright, okay, I haven't been looking at the chat for a while, so I don't know if there are any
Oh my
questions.
God, West Virginian.
All right, we got tips on becoming a big mapper from Frickon.
Actually,
I
put
don't
effort
know
into
how
your
tips to
videos.
become
Copy
a big-
people. I mean,
big mapper.
I think
Just
the
upload
best
get
these
advice
inspiration from
is
other
to
people.
keep doing what you're doing and just hope for the best. Just,
Honestly,
as long as you're enjoying it, just keep doing it.
this is the rule
The
for.
best working strategy is just to upload frequently. The more often you upload, the more subs
Yeah.
you're going to get.
Here's the
And
thing.
No, not exactly. It really depends on like if you can upload 10,000 videos and get 0 views, man. Like
At the end of the day, it's
that do that.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
steal your mapping videos and they get no views. The same.
Concordia
Wonder
just
is a
said
dying
it's
whale.
just beg for spotlights. Boom.
Look,
What?
it's a lot.
Concordia just in the
At
chat
the
just
end of
said
the
beg for spotlights.
Oh yeah, beg for spot. That's so lot.
Hey Jap, give me a spotlight. Hey Japanese, give me a spotlight. Hey
Yeah,
Japanese, give me a spotlight.
You just gotta get lucky. I mean, first
You
of all,
know,
make-
I
you just need to make a bunch of you just need to make
there
a
wasn't
bunch
really
of
much anything anyway.
all you need to do is just make a few million alternate Skype accounts and go add Jap to your friend list, and then you just keep spamming him. Give a shout
here's
out.
I like
That's
this
what I
question.
did back then.
I like this question. We got if MapperCast was a band, what would it be called? What genre would it be, and who would play what instrument?
I play the trombone.
We're gonna have Lee Allen
MapperCast would make a
with
band.
the dentist.
The dentist squad.
MapperCast was a
Want me
band.
to go get my trombone?
Let me call the dentist.
The only two instruments
my
I can
trombone
play
right
are I can play the clarinet, I can play the saxophone, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean,
I can play the trombone.
I'd play drums because that's.
Matt-
I mean,
Michael
I know.
I probably would play the saxophone.
Maybe
We should make a
Yeah.
MapperCast a music video.
Ah, how
I
about
think we should make a jazz. I
Yeah,
think
do
I think
that.
we should make a jazz band. Why
Oh,
have
yeah,
that much
jazz.
talent as long as
we gotta make a
I'd get my trombone,
MapperCast
I'd just
jazz
start
album
blasting your ears.
coming out next year. We're doing it.
No, it's
Actually, never.
Next year, yes.
Jazz album.
on MapperCon.
no.
Yes, MapperCon should be a
Won't
thing.
happen.
We'd have one person there, the
I-
only bro. That's the only person
I
there.
actually had that dream yesterday. I had a dream. All of MapperCast, including Bob and Lee, who just like haven't been here in forever, that we were at a panel doing a live episode of the show to like of a million.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
How did I look?
Wait,
Because you don't know how I
MapperCon,
you don't know my face.
if there was no security at MapperCon, all you would see is me and she's trying to murder each other.
We would
No,
have
you
to
won't.
get security.
No, you guys won't.
I just be on the ground
No,
dead probably
No, we need
first.
security. We have a.
How,
we have
how
a
did you
serious-
imagine me, Cosmic? You've never seen my face.
I've seen your face like behind a mask.
No, we need a.
Yeah,
I
we
can't face reveal myself even
we
though
have
I've
a
already
worse
revealed my
situation.
face
What
in
about
the
Red and
stream,
Chris? They would
so-
constantly try to kill each other.
Yeah, that's why you need security.
Try, we would kill each other.
We should start a MapperCon thing. I'd love that.
If that had any hope of being successful, you'd have to. Make
You just have to put me a mile away from Cheese Waffles fans.
5 miles
make
away.
the tickets really
Like
cheap.
maybe a country away. Wait, I have to stay here in Canada while he's in America.
Alright guys, I finished my Ice Humvee, which will be featured in episode 6 of the Frozen World.
Why do you have to advertise?
What a sellout. 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 Sellout.
This is sellout.
What
Okay.
are you? What are you? Some
All
guy?
right,
I know
now,
it's
if
gonna be advertised every single thing.
MapperCast was a porno, who would go down on?
No,
Yes.
Down on who? Okay, I
How about we
think
get cheese into this? How about we get cheese into MapperCast and then I can do some spicy? What?
No.
No,
Sorry.
no.
I'm sorry.
it would probably be Batran on Pfeiffer. I'm sorry.
It would be cosmic. It would be cosmic and Italian Mapper Chris.
What?
Shut up.
No.
What? No.
No, Rat and Chris. I think.
Be me and Mysterious if
No.
anything. You go bad.
I'd be alone.
I
in the
don't
corner
like
crying.
Italians.
I miss Mysterious. Fuck.
Could you make a country ball animation with Microsoft Paint and Movie Maker? You could make a stop motion one. Doesn't mean it'll be very efficient, but it's possible.
But with
I
am
Microsoft
one
They
Paint,
made one YouTuber who
Oh, yeah, no,
does
they-
one country ball
they made-
animator who does that. Some guy draws it. I don't remember.
Wait,
what
Movie Maker is no.
No great, man.
do you mean Rafael Melki?
Okay,
You like my laugh? You like my
This
laugh?
French
Cosmic?
guy.
Let me try to find that
Have you
channel.
ever
I can show you-
masturbated
I
in
can
a
show you
public
how you-
restroom?
Like I can find.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me? This
Every
is
day.
bullshit.
You're
Are you
right.
kidding me?
Yes. Yes. I
That's
come to
my
MapperCast
favorite.
and this is what
Bad.
I get. Fuck yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course, a fucking public
I
restroom.
honestly.
Yeah, it only took me about
This is amazing.
for an ice fuck Humvee.
IU, Oklahoman, and IU. Okay.
I still remember when we went with the class. We went to a a guy ran out of the toilet and someone chuckled and said, "Hey,
Oh yeah, Raphael Melfi, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the one who does the animations in Paint, I think.
yeah, but
he draws very good. He has 9,602 subscribers.
But he also said that for
history of trial, history of Romania, modern history.
yes, sometimes he said he also uses Paint.net when MS Paint doesn't work.
Wait, that guy, Raphael?
Yeah, the guy who
That's amazing!
That French guy.
He's amazing!
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah. That's
Fanboy,
so what I'm trying to say is possible, but if you get annoyed with it in like 10 minutes, then you probably have to look for the efficient method. But if it works for you, like Raphael, go for it.
Like, first and foremost, so we all use if you animate, we all use animation programs. We look at his videos and you say to yourself, he stop motion animates. We suck.
The problem is
my point is that it's possible, but it doesn't mean you can do it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it is possible, but if you get annoyed of doing it in like just 10 minutes, you gotta look for anything.
Disney also used to animate the stop motion, but the problem is it would take half a year to make a mapping episode make an animation like that.
Yup. Like
you know how people always complain about Circle Tool and stuff, like
scene by scene.
laziness, but
Circle Tool, best tool. I'm sorry.
There's a draw line between being lazy and being efficient. Like some people like complain about Some people complain about how you do things, like copy and paste things, and that's like I call that being lazy and drawing it. Also,
I used to draw the coat of arms on country balls.
Animated map, like I can do mapping for.
Wait, you drew arms on your country balls? Excuse me?
Wait, what?
No, not arms.
Mouth cosmic.
Mouth
cosmic.
Oh, fuck off. Mouth.
No idea animation.
Okay.
What are you guys talking about?
No idea animations in it.
Yo,
No idea
Wonder Woman, you better not show any of that right now. Just saying. You better not show that. Any of those pictures that I know you post. If you post one single one, I'm booting you.
I understand.
I remember when.
Let's switch topic. Okay, what is your opinion on the funniness of the Sealand meme? Okay, here's the thing.
The Sealand meme is
It's
die.
How's you wonder?
All right, here's the thing. The Sealand meme is shitty for two major reasons. One, the main reason is it's based on nothing. Literally just say Sealand. The memes that are funny here are memes that are actually based off of something that happened in the show that was funny to bring up.
Yeah, but
if it's
Cosmic
just
Mapping
like
twerking.
No.
Yeah,
Sealand, if you make fun about Sealand's history, for example, the fact that they had the fucking civil war once,
or the dumb joke.
then okay, do it.
There was Cosmic Possessed Arse. That was a bad one. That was like the worst
and this one channel has like 8 cosmic memes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite one.
So I said cosmic twerking and my mom came into my room, triggered at me.
Oh my
Or
God.
the Cosmic Mapping music videos that like
The best meme
also great.
is fucking Batman saying, the only ass I'd eat is a woman's ass. It's just so, like, unnecessary for him to say because he's, like, trying to prove his heterosexual.
He's a McDonald's worker. What are you?
Really?
Oh, fuck me, daddy.
What the f?
Are you not talking?
Stop that. Please.
All right.
Blame this all on Mindria. Blame this all on Mindria.
No,
Please
no,
don't
come on.
send those
Let's get some real questions so we can get the show back on track.
Please send some non-meme ones.
Hey, maybe I should show off that ice truck Humvee I just drew.
Sell out.
No, actually, no.
Sell out.
Is it sell out to advertise?
You gotta wait for episode 6. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I mentioned there was a voice actor for episode 6.
Oh yeah.
You'll see who it is.
Jeez, I can't post any of the pictures.
Yeah, I
You'll
can't
see who the voice actor
Voice
is.
actor in the entire.
No, it's not
that hard.
me.
Sapphire.
Oh my god.
What if
Also,
New York
Sapphire,
City
Oh my
sucks?
god.
AFOW kind of reminds me of Hybrid Energy. Just saying.
Can you do another personal stream? Yeah, I really want to do those again, but
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I don't want to do
live streams now.
Look, I
Yeah,
don't
well,
want
What happened to the dance,
to
Cosmic?
do those. I don't want to do those.
Yeah, you have dance
Yeah,
here.
what happened
No,
to
let me
dance?
let me talk about the
Dance.
dance. Talk about all that.
Awful.
Let me clear
You
the
know
air.
that there are a couple of female mappers.
Let me clear the air on that whole
Female.
Let me
Okay,
clear
talk.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to do personal streams again, but I don't want to do them until I get a real video out because I think that'd be weird. Be like, oh, I'm gone for 8 months. Here I am back with a meme stream. So once I get real things out, and about the dance, okay, look.
Do it now.
Okay, do it now.
Look, I'll do it as celebration once I get my fucking video out, and I'm not taking my shirt off. The shirt is staying on. I'll take my.
But that's what you promised.
Wait, if you take your shirt off, wouldn't
I'm not
YouTube
doing
get triggered
it,
at
man.
Void Viper's channel instead of your channel?
No, I'm not doing it here. I'm not doing it right now. I'm not doing it.
Right now.
Mentality again, please no.
You guys should. If you're gonna do that, you can go to your channel, Colin.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Here's the. I'm not taking. I'll take my pants off. I'm not taking my shirt off. Right, that's staying on.
Wait, Cosmic. If your videos get removed on YouTube, so all you do is go to Twitch, so because they don't give a crap.
Just like
I'm gonna put it on Twitter, not like. It's gonna be on Twitter, so follow my Twitter if you want to see me do a Michael Jackson dance routine.
The twerk was just the beginning.
Why did I do that? That was so stupid. You know what the worst part about it is? The worst part, I bought a fucking sequined white glove to wear while I do it.
Close me. You know, sometimes it makes me wonder, what do these people grow up with? Like, I don't know how these people.
Look, I said this. I said I'd do this because I wanted motivation. Because I looked up some shitty thing like how to get yourself motivated to do things on some dumb WikiHow article. Like, set a deadline. You don't want to look like a Dumbo, so do a deadline. And big surprise, I missed the deadline by like 6 fucking months.
Cosmic, I don't.
And then I again miss another deadline to do the dance. Like, I'm such a piece of shit. I'm such a worthless sack of
If I
trash.
had a camera on my computer, I'd dance.
And
But would you do it with no clothing on and to
I don't want to get
Jackson's on?
Void's channel destroyed.
Can you like not talk about this anymore?
Yeah, I don't want to.
I really
I
like
don't want.
singing.
Let's stop.
Yeah.
We're done.
I don't want
No
No more. No more.
No more. Agreed.
This is
Yeah.
stupid. Okay.
I still haven't
Yeah,
gotten
advertiser
any
friendly.
questions about how I'm a
Maybe
Canadian.
not on
nationalist.
Catalonia. We just talked about Catalonia.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Russian, okay.
How about we just go on to the quiz?
Right here, real quick. Yeah, let's do the quiz. Here,
This is just
let's
going
do this.
crazy.
Let's do this one last question.
Wait. Here's a question. How do you animate country balls like Radif Mapping or Void Viper?
I'd like to know.
Get an
what-
animation
I'd like to
program.
know
That's a hard
please.
question.
Get an animation program first. You gotta learn it.
Guys,
Don't talk over each other. Come on.
Yeah, Jesus.
You can't answer those questions just by saying it right now. It's like trying to learn. It's like learning something in school. It's not that simple. You have to
Basically,
show
if you want to
examples,
animate-
you try it yourself. You gotta like you can't just do it just by telling them how to do it. That's I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
I suffered so much learning it.
Hey guys,
if
it's
you-
me, Void Viper. Today we're gonna do a 5-hour tutorial on how I animate my videos. Let's go.
If you want to animate like Void Viper, you have to get Sony Vegas.
And nobody cares.
And if you want to animate like
you have
that,
to get
I
After
guess get
Effects.
After Effects.
Okay. Let's do this one last question because it looks like somebody thought about it. We
Hopefully.
got Hold on.
Middle Korea being
All right. Do you think YouTube is making bad business decisions? How do you think they can recover?
They won't
I don't
recover.
think they can recover.
Retarded.
Okay. Here's the thing, YouTube, they don't need it. Like they don't need to recover. Like I said, none of these business decisions are actually causing them any consequences because they just have such a monopoly on the service. And honestly, I don't know if I have the biggest problem with that because I'd rather just have one video sharing website to go to than like 20. But then at the same time, there's no competition, so now they're just allowed to do whatever they want. So it's fucked up. And do I think they're ever going to recover and make better decisions as a company? I honestly, I can't see that happening unless they get a new CEO that comes in and really shakes shit up. They gotta. Yeah, they need to get actual humans to do their job. This the issue, and they need to change a ridiculous. They need to change everything. They need to change everything in their fucking shitty goddamn company.
But
I can't remember. You go.
The thing is, you can't do that with people. There's just too many videos uploaded.
You're right, but then they need to hire better They got to find really amazing programmers out there, and I know they exist. These people are insane. Hire some people. I don't, but I know that there's people out there who do. Hire some people from fucking Tesla or something to come in and make an actually smart algorithm that doesn't mess over or fuck over people's careers. So, I mean, and also they just got to change some of these draconian rules. Like, I can't remember who made it, but a few days ago there was some dude who was doing like a charity video, and they were giving all their money to the victims of I can't remember if it was Puerto Rico or Vegas. But they were doing that, and the whole deal was, I'm going to give all the AdSense to the charity. And hopefully he wasn't doing a charity scam like I was. The video
Nice,
got the video got fucking
Cosmic,
demonetized.
you had one job.
You had one job to respect
You
us.
had one job.
Yeah.
One job.
Pretty really monetized.
do,
I don't
man.
care. There's no money making podcasts. Just saying.
There's no
But
money making.
The only thing I do get is watch time, which doesn't really matter.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, give me that watch time.
Let's move on to the. Let's move on
Let's
to
do the. Can we please do the quiz? Because it's been 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, let's do the quiz.
Yeah, I think we
No,
should
we're
do
not
it.
2 hours. We're about 1 hour. And
All right, I'm gonna start the quiz.
Start the quiz, Cosmic. I want
Okay,
to see this. It's probably reused questions.
Oh shit! I
from
just
whatever.
turned on. All right, one of the questions is reused. One of the questions is new.
Of course, Cosmic. We believed in you, but no.
You probably should have mentioned that, Cosmo. You should have mentioned it after.
It's all right.
You're supposed to mention that after, so they don't go into previous streams and just go
Look,
get it.
it's yeah, all right.
It's bad.
It's a very easy question, anyways. So
Take off your pants.
squeeze me.
Oh my god. Mine, stop.
Okay, let me put my video on. Okay, entire screen. All right, here we go.
There's another pants.
I love that lag spike, though.
Yeah, I know. Okay, question numero uno. Let me get this out.
Well, we know
we just
that
hit full screen.
in Italian.
Full screen.
Because I need to see the chat.
Oh, you need to see the chat. Oh, yeah.
Okay, question number one. Which two MapperCast members have vaped?
What is this?
So this is. Oh my God! Alp did it instantly. Alp got it.
Oh,
Alp, congrats, Alp. You did it.
Yeah.
Look at cops.
All right, Alp is the fan winner.
Oh yes, Alfie.
Moving on.
Hey, Alp.
Alp, what the fuck?
Alfie,
Answer
can you
the
win
question
this
before
next
it
one
was
for me?
even on
Can you win this
screen.
next one for me?
Alp
I
got,
literally didn't know about you, Cosmic. I just
yeah, I've vaped.
randomly.
I told you, Cosmic looks
I thought you
sweet.
smoked weed, but okay.
Yeah, it was from Colorado. It was a pen.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just continue now.
I'll leave it there. Okay,
Sorry.
let's continue. So, question two, Mapper winner. This one's easy. We got, what is the shortest episode of MapperCast?
Oh, why do you do this? 'Cause this is the fifth time you've
number
used
or the
this.
name?
Is it?
Yeah,
I've used it once.
This is the fifth time!
No, it's not. It's the second.
I've seen it 5 times, I swear.
That is
Sure.
that is fake news.
Are we supposed to write just the number or the
Yeah,
name of the episode?
you gotta say the name of the episode. Name of the episode. Because if it was the number, you could literally just spam every number. So.
666.
You gotta say the name. You can't just spam the numbers.
Cosmic kind of episode 1. Nice, Concord, you failed.
Oh, it wasn't that. I know it wasn't
Winter
that.
Waffle, are you on a Discord? Oh,
It's episode.
Yeah, I'm on my. I have my Discord. Why?
I just wonder. I gave Alp a fan winner role.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I know.
I'm on your.
You have to say the name of the Cosmic.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing. That was wrong.
Yeah, I want. Give me my point, please.
What was it?
I don't think it's Cosmic had a panic attack. Is it?
No, it's
Vlad,
The new
Vlad
one I
got it.
sent.
Vlad,
The new one I sent.
congratulations, Vlad. You got it.
Wait,
Vlad.
Are you the mapper winner though?
Yeah, is he a mapper though?
Yeah.
He's a mapper. Okay, he is the mapper winner.
Wait, let me check
Type
it.
the name.
Yeah, let's check his channel before.
Type the name.
I can't check his thing because YouTube doesn't let
I
you.
can. Wait, I can. He doesn't have any videos. He doesn't have any videos.
Oh, dude, why would you answer the question if you don't have any videos?
This is
Yeah.
not funny.
Oh my god. Dude.
Oh, great.
All right, who's the next?
Quickly
Who's
makes
the
a
next
really
guy to
crappy
get it?
mapping
Wait,
video.
let me see. I'm checking.
Who's the,
No, I think it's
No one got it after Rem, I think.
Who got it?
Wait. No one. Oh, Red
Nobody.
Emoji said episode
West
7.
Virginia.
we just gotta. Oh my god! It was literally he was the only one.
I just said it. I just put it
He
in the
said, I
chat.
will be
Wait,
mapper.
wasn't there a shorter one? Cosmic, I think it was a shorter one.
Just let me
Yeah.
do it, please. I've never been.
7 map,
movie.
7
Imperial
just said the name.
What's that?
Imperial, no.
Why is there a picture of? Oh, never mind. I thought that was Wonder
Imperial
Waffle.
Also 7.
Wonder Waffle.
If
Alright,
Imperial
yeah,
was saying
yeah,
they're dead.
Is Wonder Waffle the fucking mapper winner?
Yes! Yes, I
GG.
can't wait to be
Our
ranted
guests
on
are
next
the
episode.
mapper winners.
Woo!
Hey, Wonder Waffle. Just saying. I lay down in the bed and the screen is darker and your profile picture looks like Romanian mapping.
I hate you with a passion. Now I have to change it since you said that.
Let's end this. I hope you all enjoyed the photo of me smoking a weed vape. Isn't that just great? I had to close my eyes like a dude. I can feel it. I can feel the kush setting in.
That's a pretty hot stuff, dude.
Cosmic, why are you showing this?
I'm sorry.
Viper is
Cosmic.
gonna get his ad revenue like that.
Guys,
There we
it's
go.
unhealthy for you. Don't do it. Yeah.
Imperial lost again.
It's going to be a meme. Wait, it already is.
People are still spamming numbers.
Imperial rushes to
People are still spamming numbers, my lord.
Wait, who's the mapping winner?
Me.
No, you're not.
I hit cliche. I just put cliche after like no one did anything.
He's the winner.
Yeah.
Why did no one say anything?
I see how it
The
is.
fan winner is who is the fan? Shit, it's Alp. So
I-
two
oh,
people who are in the fucking podcast. Swear to God. Can we please make a rule that
Good
nobody
job,
in
guys,
the
good job.
podcast is allowed to
You had
do
one
that in the
job.
future?
Alp, congratulations, you're a fan shit.
Alp, who is like already has access to all the documents and can suggest things directly to us. See,
No, but he doesn't have access to the quiz, so I don't think so.
you're right. All right.
Just,
so-
if you're reviewing my channel to see my alternate future of
Okay, if
Canada,
you
we'll
want,
all be fine.
if you want, you can choose someone else. I just said your name for me.
Alright, everybody, I have an announcement to make.
all right, let's do announcement time.
If
All
I
right,
get
announcement.
Subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to Dolan
I have
Dog.
an announcement. If the voice gets done today, I could definitely upload the episode tomorrow. If not, well, we have to wait till next week.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, and the goofs are returning to the series, so if you're familiar with goofs, then you should enjoy that too. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for tuning in on the 44th.
Wait, I have an announcement.
Smoke
I have a PSA of my own.
Okay.
Okay. So for those of you who care, let me just put out, I apologize for all the fucking severe delays on my shit. And the main reason that's been going on is the last 3 months, my mother has been deathly ill. She's getting better now. But for a while, it was kind of touch and go, and it was really bad. Like, it kind of seemed like she was just going to fucking die for a while. It was really bad. So that was kind of consuming my consciousness and efforts. So I really just couldn't do anything. So I apologize for that, but she's getting better. She's actually on a fucking plane to Colorado to visit friends right now. So things are good. And, she'll be in Colorado so she can get plenty of the medical marijuana. It'll all be good.
Medical marijuana.
Besides,
Medical
didn't something horrible
marijuana.
happen to your folders?
Huh?
Didn't something horrible happen to your folders so you couldn't also like?
Oh
What the
yeah,
fuck?
and also my fucking sister like a while ago deleted all the art slides, but that was fine. I just had to recolor and do stuff. But so yeah, the video should be speeding up. There's been major family issues, and I've had to deal with those.
Yeah.
And also,
family
this
comes
is
first.
This is for the MapperCast. Once this is out, we're going to go into full production for MapperCast T-shirts. For those of you who are interested.
Hey,
Finally.
you put me
I
on
want
it?
one.
Can you put me like
I
a
want
tiny
one.
little speck on the shirt? Just a tiny little speck in the corner of the
Or
shirt.
maybe I'm doing like actual like our faces and stuff. So it's.
Do you want me to send you my cringy face?
Well, then to make that work, I'd have to get the faces of like every guest. So it would be a little weird if there's only like one face of you in the middle as a guest. So it would only make sense if I got like every guest, but I don't know. So yeah,
that's really hard. Just
we'll be
You should, at
moving
least
forward.
you should at least do Alp.
Yeah, he probably deserves that. Honestly, we should just
He's
induct
been the
Alp as a member
longest
already.
running-
Can we? Can I become a
And I'll
member?
be a
How about we
member
make
already.
Alp
I
a
mean,
member today?
Lee left, so it really would make sense if we brought in Alp.
Yeah, let's bring Alp in now.
Yeah,
Finally.
Al, welcome to MapperCast.
Let's do it. All right, Alp, you're a member.
Yeah.
Congratulate Alp. Alp is
Okay,
an official member.
You need to approve.
Yay!
Viper, do you certify this?
I don't approve it yet, so.
Oh, you
God
don't?
damn it!
And the president of MapperCast has
The
denied.
president of MapperCast.
yeah.
President, I thought it was
So,
dictator known as Void Viper.
do not.
Tail Void Viper.
Don't
All right.
freaking get political.
We
here.
shall handle
This is
this.
not. This podcast is not a political podcast. No, it's not a political team. So get your politics.
Just to clarify, I plan of doing one with our faces and the mapper balls. So if you want that, you
Country
can.
balls.
So don't worry, there will be 2 options.
All right, so as I was saying, thanks for tuning in on the 44th MapperCast podcast. I do not know when the 45th one will be out. Probably anytime soon. Specifically when the anti-void Viper coalition is on the move again. So we'll see that there. But until then, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully episode 6 will be out tomorrow.
Only episode 45.
Enjoy it.
Hopefully my episode 5 of Alternate Future of Canada will be out today, but I don't want to animate today, so...
Yeah.
Fun.
Are we gonna yell?
I can thank Batman for helping me getting rid of the headache by pinching my hands. So yeah. All right. So thanks
Are we gonna
for
scream?
tuning in and ending.
That would be awesome.
We scream.
5,
Yeah, let's scream.
4,
Yes!
Let's scream now.
3.
Yay!
two,